March 2012 was a very difficult month for a lot of Kentucky families as storms ripped through most of the state. Here in West Liberty, Kentucky, an F3 tornado tore through most of downtown, leaving a path of destruction over 60 miles long, killing 6 and injuring over 75. You know, when we were here the last time, there was nothing here. We decided to come back to this community to see how they're putting their lives back together.
Well, overall, I think that we've come a long ways as far as the rebuilding process. There's numerous and numerous houses that has been constructed and people are back in their homes throughout the county. It's still heading in that direction. We've still got a long way to go as far as getting everybody back to where they was, but I'm really impressed at what has happened thus far with the county. I know the Federation had sent several electrical fence boxes and things of that nature to distribute to people that had no fences for their livestock, which was huge, you know, because as bad as things was, we didn't need animals running all over the county.
There's just not much left, you know.
Yeah.
The couple that was in that, he's disabled, and they were inside theirs when this one here.
Right. I talked to her yesterday. We came by here yesterday, and she was in there, and she had stitches above her eye. And Jeff said they got thrown out between the car and the foundation under that rubble over there is where they were at. She's
so tiny, and he's so big, and she was trying to drag him back into the bedroom, and he was holding the door facing.
When this first happened, the company told me, Jeff said, it'd take a year that you'll still have claims and stuff coming in, and they was right. You know, we actually put a claim on that happened during the tornado actually yesterday, which was surprising to me. But you know, Farm Bureau is still strong here. You know, we lost a few clients because they didn't have anywhere to live and they moved to other counties. But, you know, we're writing new business every day, and as far as Farm Bureau, I mean, we're as strong as ever.
I couldn't ask for an insurance company to been like Farm Bureau's been. They have been extremely good for this. I've heard no complaints. It's just been, everybody's been real pleased with them.
I was parked basically here, and I was pushed back so far, the first thing I saw was the corner of the commercial bank. And I thought, oh my God. And then I looked out the back windows and saw all the cars and everything flung up against City Hall and on their tops. And I realized then that God was with us. He was with us. He was protecting us.
If you're like most Kentuckians, you can remember exactly where you were on March the 2nd, 2012. Storms ripped through our state from Union County to Lawrence County. Hail, wind, tornadoes, total devastation in some places, just like West Liberty. West Liberty is rebuilding today. Our organization has been delivering on the promise for 70 years. Our claims folks, our CSRs, our agents have been there, and they will continue to be there for our Farm Bureau members in the future.
More than 200 Farm Bureau volunteer leaders traveled to Washington, D.C. recently to talk face-to-face with Kentucky's congressional delegation, where they could examine a variety of issues facing our farming communities.
I can tell you how proud it makes me feel to have my hometown hero as the president of this great organization.
We genuinely appreciate your taking time to come up here every year and to talk to us about the issues that are so important to you and to our state as well as our country.
It gives the opportunity for our members to come up and make direct contact with our members of Congress. It's extremely effective because we've always said that we are a grassroots organization. This is grassroots at its finest hour, when you can actually bring your membership and they deliver the message for us. It makes life so much easier for our lobbyists and for us as in leadership positions when we're able to actually have our folks sit in the room with us and reinforce the message that we're carrying about farm policy.
This morning, on behalf of the entire Democratic federal delegation from Kentucky, I welcome you all to Washington.
During the annual congressional breakfast, the representatives took the opportunity to address our members about current issues they felt were important. After breakfast, Farm Bureau members from different districts had an opportunity to meet and personally discuss state and national priority issues with their representatives. Later that afternoon, the entire group was invited to attend a question and answer session with United States Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul.
It's great to see how the process works. It's great this time of year especially to be able to get away from the farm for a few days and really look at the big issues, and they impact us on a daily basis, so it's nice to be able to learn a little bit from it and take it back to the farm and see how it really does impact us. Be able to come up and talk to our senators and our congressmen, tell them our concerns and hear kind of their opinions on them and voice how we think they should hopefully be reacting to some of the issues.
The Congressional Tour has been a Farm Bureau tradition for more than 40 years. If you wish to view the legislative delegation's entire talks from the breakfast, go online to Kentucky Farm Bureau's newsroom. Over 200 Farm Bureau women gathered in Louisville for their annual leadership conference.
It's really important for them to come because we have innovative ideas. We have workshops and speakers that bring them up to date on anything that's new, and it's a wonderful way for them to get acquainted, and the fellowship is wonderful, and we just encourage them to come so that they can take things back to their county and implement them there.
Coming to these different leadership conferences and kind of networking with people in Farm Bureau is the best way for me to learn from leaders in the industry and become the best ag advocate that I can.
The two-day conference featured various workshops and motivational speakers. The conference gives the women a chance to network and compare their different roles in the agriculture community. The annual conservation essay and poster contest took place this month, with the state and district winners presented checks in Frankfort. Kentucky Farm Bureau has been a longtime sponsor of this event. Grace Adams from Henry County was this year's winner of the poster contest.
Well, I got home and from school, and my mom told me to open a letter, and then my mom said to read it. It said, "We have conceded you to be our state winner."
And how did you feel?
I felt excited.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Beef Expo surpassed $1 million in sales for the second consecutive year in its 27th annual edition this year. Farm Bureau's executive committee was on hand to present checks to the outstanding winners at the show. In 2007, Kentucky Farm Bureau became the key sponsor to ensure many more years of success for the expo.
We that are involved in agriculture understand pretty clearly what these challenges and issues are. Sometimes our friends and neighbors who are not as closely involved really don't. So the first thing
to help celebrate National Agriculture Day, the Warren County Agriculture Foundation teamed up with several sponsors, including Warren County Farm Bureau. They invited American Farm Bureau's president Bob Stallman to their Ag Day breakfast. The event, held in Bowling Green's Corvette Museum, helped kick off National Day of Celebrating Agriculture.
Well, I hope what they take away is there's not just one week to celebrate agriculture. We should be celebrating agriculture every day. It is an important time for us as farmers and ranchers to be able to highlight what we do. We get a little more coverage and exposure, and it's a great opportunity, and we need to take advantage of it.
Where now there's 7 billion people in the world, there's going to be 9 billion people in the world, and we're going to need to produce about 70% more food.
Make sure you download the new Kentucky Farm Bureau app. And while you're there, click click on the Farm Bureau benefits icon and check out the many benefits available to our members. Now, here's your calendar of coming events. The Kentucky National Dairy Show and Sale is April 4th through 6th in Louisville. And make sure you look for Season 10 of Bluegrass and Backroads. When we were here last year, this was a church, but it looks like they're going to build back. We'll see you next time.